everybody. Thank you, Thomas. I'm going to read some the poems that I have in PageBoy are from a series called Mutual Fish, which the name comes from the fish shop on Rainier. Basically, I heard that name and liked that name and wrote a poem about that, and then kind of took that and wrote other quote-unquote mutual poems. And so I'm going to read some of those, and I printed them out earlier today, and on the back were some other poems from my manuscript that I was supposed to send to a contest, but it turns out November has 30 days, not 31, so I missed it. But that's okay. So we're going to take advantage of that, and so I'm going to read some of the Mutual Fish poems, and then read from another series on the other side of these pages, and let's see what happens. So, Mutual Fish. The way we're deboned by a comfy sofa. Mutual Scope. When I learn the universe is very big, I feel big myself for having learned this. Later, when I understand, I feel tiny. Tonight we'll lie in bed and pick eagles from your teeth. We'll photograph the smallest twitching things, milky frog eggs, fluorescent moss. In Nebraska, a child waits in a hollow trunk for the end of cattle-killing hail. She's heard there's nothing left in the world to move fast for. Mutual Nightmare. This is a phrase that a friend of mine, he speaks only this phrase in Polish, so that's it. Mutual Nightmare. Where are the children? The sailors bought the children. Our scapegoat returned from the wilderness to find itself showered in cherry blossoms. They cling to its wet black nose. They are slick on the sidewalk beneath its hoof. Let's not tell it about club soda, how it lifts the spirit in tiny bubbles. Mutual Touch. The warmth of the bee at the nut of the swarm. The soft collisions in a cloud of gnats. A fraudulent televangelist. If you're not going to die, friends, you have to learn what to save. Mutual Masterpiece. Michelangelo sculpted, he said, by taking away what the rock asked him to take away. So we leave our snowman for the sun to hew. The last nice thing I did was dress an orphaned lamb in the skin of its stillborn cousin. I ache most when I'm near something that resembles what I love. Mutual Combat. The grass is loud, breathing with ants. The cannonballs thud and roll and thud and roll. I hear them in my rib cage. A mole noses into potato after potato after potato. Let's skip that one. Last one, Mutual Conclusion. Oh, two more. Mutual Conclusion. I prefer the parades in coet formation to its sad, sad dispersal. But you asked about me. I am like dust that cries, I am not dust. I'm going to change this one. Just 2 glasses of Charles Shaw, and I feel like my earliest self, cheeks rosy in the glow of elkhorns. Little brain, I string you like popcorn from the pine. Thank you.